Aino Said, Adekunle Ola, the Sadar Majlis Quran Ahmadiyya Nigeria. I will ride on a particular philosophy that says there is no way we can separate the man from his immediate environment. We all know the present status of the contemporary world of today. That is an environment that has been pervaded with a lot of immoralities. Since we are still within this environment, there are tendencies, there are indications that members may want to dwarf, may want to twist, may want to, in a way, feel like, but we have to call ourselves to the cause of the Imam of the age. And as a result of that, that is what informed having to call ourselves, to call this year team standing on a moral ground. So that all those things we are seeing outside in our immediate environment will not be easily distracted, or will not be feeling that maybe these are being what is going to be in vogue now. As a result of that, we have to lay it out, retrace our step, call the members back to the basis. They should try as much as possible to retrace their step to what we have accepted as our buyer in the hand of the Imam of the age, so that we won't unnecessarily find one thing with all this immorality we have in our contemporary environment. That is the reason. Last year we looked at achieving best of both worlds, and what we intended to drive that last year was just that we want members to know quite well that for you to be a Muslim doesn't mean that you should not be living comfortably. If you have to go by and live by all the injunctions of Al-Quran and Hadith, that does not mean you should not live very fine while you are on earth. And the rider verse that we used for last year was Rabbana Atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan, just for us to establish to members. We have to strive, and at the same time we have to still go by the injunctions of Allah as it is stated in the Holy Quran and the teachings of Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and that of the Imam of the age. All these have to live together in anybody that's identified as the members of this community, Ahmadiyya Muslim community. So that was just what we opted out to do that last year. But this year, we achieved some level of progress in getting that across to general members. When we now observe that there are some specific issues that we need to address that has to do with moral, because that last year we combined moral with economy, so that there is not much of emphasis on moral, but we make it balanced, so that as we are discussing moral, we discuss economy and we make sure the two balances. But we see the need for us to stress more, emphasize more, and actually go to the point that morality drives the economy. And that is why we have to be that specific this time around. And as a result of that, we have to select what are we going to discuss. Though it's still in continuum with what we did last year, but emphasis and emphasize more on the moral aspect of it. That is what actually makes difference to this year edition of the National Workshop. Inshallah, the organizers and the Majlis Quran Ahmadiyya Nigeria expectation in general member of Majlis Quran Ahmadiyya Nigeria is that we should, by this time, be conscious of all our virtues as it has been narrated in the Holy Quran and by the Sunnah of the Holy Prophet Muhammad and sayings of the Imam of the age, Asrat Imam Mahdi alayhi salatu wasalam. These have been awakened already. And we also feel it physically in the members, that all those things they feel or they are forgotten have been said to them and they have a grasp of them. And come next year, inshallah, we know that members will have improved in their moral status better than what they are before they come to this year's National Workshop. And for the few testimonies that we can gather from the member that we can have contact with, that is members of Majlis Quran, they also acknowledge that is an impactful section which they will also love to also have more in the future. And they also believe that it's just an edge for them, an opportunity for them to attend this to also build up in their moral status. And also from the guests, the comment so far has also been established that is a session or it's an exercise that have really gone a long way in correcting some ills in our environment. Even from the external guests that are not members, like the Nigerian police member and the NAPTIP, they also commend the effort and the exercise as an effort channeled in the right direction to achieve what is tagged to be a global issue. As a member of Majlis Ahmadiyya Nigeria, and for our peculiarity as a youth, time to time we should be having contact with ourselves. And one of the means that have been devised to achieve that is to have a program on a regular basis. If you look at our calendar from the first month of the year to the last one, all our programs have been slated that we hardly see within 2 months that we now have a program that will combine everybody together in Majlis. This is one of the major projects that we all have as a member of Majlis in Nigeria to drive together so that we can achieve all those programs as they have been stated out. Immediately we are leaving workshop now, we have been thinking of how we are going to organize our children with their own IVC and Hishtima come August this year. After that, even before that, there is a program that has been slated for this year, which are tree planting, that will also come before the children's convention. These ones are just to have an impact in our immediate environment in a way to elevate or complement the support, the government in our effort to have a safe environment where there won't be any serious damage in our atmospheric condition. So as a result of that, that one is also there. But one of the major capital projects that Majlis have now is our MCAN Secretariat. It's long overdue for us to have this. It's high time for Majlis Ahmadiyya Nigeria to have an abode, an edifice that we can easily, seamlessly, smoothly have our programs without discomforting members generally. So as a result of that, I want to appeal the general members of the Majlis to really support this project and also pray fervently to Almighty Allah to make it a reality during our time while we are still Majlis members. And we pray Almighty Allah to continue to be with every one of us, enrich our pockets, bless our endeavors, and grant us success on that project, because it's a project that we have estimated to cost us about 2 years, and we know with our incessant support that we have been enjoying from the members, I believe Almighty Allah will help us to deliver it as scheduled, inshallah. My only advice is just that we should try to improve our contact with His Holiness. It is very, very compulsory and very, very important, because that is the only thing that we are enjoying. That is the only opportunity we have in this our contemporary time. Even in the Muslim world, that is what makes every Ahmadi be outstanding. So as a result of that, once we have our Imam of age, particularly in the present Khilafah that we have, we should have a regular contact by writing regularly to the Huzur. And that is why we go a step further in creating an email where members that cannot have access directly or that cannot have the resources to get across to Huzur, we have an email. They can just send in their letters, their requests, their complaint, or whatever they want to send across to the Huzur. Send it to that mail. From our national hand, we are going to put together all those reports and get it across to His Holiness. I want to just ensure and let every member of Majlis Ahmadiyya know quite well that keeping too wide contact with His Holiness is not going to be of any good to any member of the Majlis. We should keep as much as possible as we can, keep close contact with His Holiness so that we can feel and enjoy the full benefit of being under the umbrella of the Imam of the age, particularly of the Khilafah of the time. So may Almighty Allah continue to assist us in all our endeavors and bless our efforts.